Hello YouTube, it is CabooseSayzWTF here, and here today I'll be showcasing some ISO mod / RGH mod for Saints Row 1.
Okay, first things first, we gotta get you a copy of Saints Row 1. Now where could we possibly get such a thing?
Now this may come out of the blue for a lot of y'all, but if anyone's kept up with my Twitter postings on different stuff on Twitter, you would see or know this was a project I've been working on. Also, if you've kept up with GODZHAND's YouTube channel or Slimeball's YouTube channel, you would also see that I've been working on a very special project. Now, there will be two versions of this mod, one for RGH users, one for ISO mod users. So the reason there's two versions, for ISO modders, you cannot play single player with this. I am sorry, but you cannot. I mean, you can, but you're going to be missing half the map. It's unbeatable, so don't even try. That sucks, I know. But it is the only way I was able to get this mod to work for a retail ISO mod user. Without doing what I had to do, which involved deleting half a single player, this mod wouldn't be for ISO use. So I did the best I could, so sorry it came down to that. RGH users have a different way of using this mod. They can play single player, just because RGH has more leniency. So let's go ahead and start saying some things or marking some stuff off my little checklist here. Don't play this mod in matchmaking. This mod is 50 plus maps for Saints Row 1 multiplayer. Yes, you heard me correctly. I ported some of the single player map chunks into multiplayer. Now with that comes some drawbacks. You may experience some crashing issues, desync issues. On these maps you'll experience black voids, parts of the maps where the collision stops and you'll fall through the map. You may get console froze here and there. You may have network desyncs. The list goes on, issues that can occur. So as is, this is a proof of concept. It will always be a proof of concept. Right now it's a work in progress. It is not finished. So on some of these maps you'll have parts where you spawn in the void, or spawns may be broken, and you spawn on top of the map you're supposed to be playing on. So just keep in mind this is a very early alpha release. I had no plans to release this early, but seeing that the Saints Row Mods forums now allows you to post Saints Row 1 content on there for Xenia, that's why I'm going to go ahead and releasing this so anyone on Xenia can enjoy this. Or if you're on an Xbox 360 RGH or ISO modding, you can go ahead and enjoy this. If you're an ISO modder, I recommend you hold off until this project's fully finished, just so that way you're not wasting disk. If you have an X key though, by all means, go ahead and replace the files in your .iso and load them up on your X key to test them out as updates come. Now this will be the one and only main video I'm probably going to make about this mod. So as is, I'll leave comments in the description on the date I've updated them, what's changed, what's been updated. So just keep in mind, proof of concept, work in progress. It is not finished. It is an early alpha release. So do expect issues. It'll come in two sets. You'll have set 1 with the most important maps. You'll have set 2 with maps that didn't make the cut, couldn't fit into set 1, or the maps were way too small. The current video in front of you that is playing is showing some of the maps. Sorry the video is so long, but I tried to give you a general idea of what's going on. But again, be aware of the issues. Maps have black voids. Some maps have collisionless areas where you'll fall through the map, where you'll get stuck in the void. While these maps are being made to be match-based maps for the good set of set 1 or a good bit of set 1, not all maps are set up to be a match-based map. And what I mean by that is on an RGH and or Xenia, you can actually lobby swap your pre-game lobby. Something you may not know. There is a ongoing effort to get multiplayer working, net play working on Xenia. We don't know how long it's going to take. We don't know if it's even going to work for Saints Row 1 yet, but it is in development with Cody, aka Crafty Cody, being lead dev and the one to bring net play to Xenia. But again, we don't know if Saints Row 1's ever going to be supported. We don't know if it's going to get finished. We have hopes, but Cody does plan to release his source files and everything for the net side. At least that's under the assumption I am on. So even if he doesn't make it available, the files will be available to modify and, allow it. That's assuming he releases his source code to get NetPlay available. But I think it's already up, or at least an early version of it's up. I could be wrong. I need to double check into that later. But yeah. So this is a project to bring 50 plus new multiplayer maps. Set 1 and Set 2 are two different map pack sets. The reason why there's two is because Set 2 was mostly cut maps or maps that weren't worthy or maps that would have been good for lobby only. They were too small. They have their own issues. Most of Set 2 is not set up. Spawns are whack. You may have issues where you spawn outside the maps. You'll have issues where you spawn on top of the map. You'll have issues where all players are spawned in together in one location. That's why this is a proof of concept. It is not meant to be, a 100% used thing. I don't see a lot of people using this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Trying to think of some other pointers I can bring off. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and throw credits up. Me for being the main one to spearhead this and to bring this into fruition. I want to go ahead and give credit to Slimeball and GODZHAND, Flippy, SR1 modding community, SR1 Reverse Engineering Team. I also want to give a shout out to Flippy, because if you guys don't know, Flippy actually just recently released a video showing how to mod SR1 on PC through Xenia. He may or may not have left some links to some content. You may want to go check his video. I'll have the link in the description. But yeah, he gave us a lot of shout outs and everything. That thank you, man. It's greatly appreciated. Oh yes, let's talk about Slimeball for a minute. He is the main one that's been making most of these map images. He's the main one that's been overseeing and overhead the actual CTS file creation for these maps. So basically, he's the one that's been setting up spawns and been setting up item placements and stuff like that. Again, it's early, so these files will have updates in the future. We haven't had a lot of time to test, on a per map basis. We have real lives, we have jobs, we have shit we have to do in our daily lives. So that's why this project may take a few months up to a year. We don't know. I'm hoping a few months range to get this ironed out to a point where we want to release it, in a decent state. Some of the Set 1 maps have broken spawns. You may have issues spawning outside the map. You may have maps that, all players spawn in the same location. This is unfinished. This is a alpha release. Again, it will get updates. I will update the description with updates, and I'll also add a comment or edit my pinned comment every time a new release is made. I do not recommend playing in matchmaking. Do not play matchmaking with these maps. Do not. If you're going to play on 360 and or Xenia NetPlay, if it ever comes for SR1, do not play matchmaking. Only play a private party game with your friends and invite them. If you try inviting a friend that does not have these maps, you will more than likely freeze if you try playing on that map. If the game lets you play on that map if they don't have them. If you have any of these maps set as your pre-game lobby map and a player tries to join you that doesn't have this map, you are guaranteed to freeze. Either your console will crash, Xenia may crash, but that's assuming Xenia gets NetPlay, or that player's console may freeze. So save yourself the headache. Only play with friends that have this mod installed. Do not play matchmaking because you risk, freezing their consoles. You risk freezing yourself. The list goes on. This is a proof of concept. I can't stress that enough. This is a alpha version. Most of these maps I only see being used as a lobby map. I will have offsets and stuff in the description below that you can add to an Xenia patch to allow bypassing Xbox Live until Xenia gets NetPlay for SR1, if it does. I will have offsets so you can use Cheat Engine or Peak Poker for 360 to where you can actually swap the lobby string to be that of one of these maps, so you can play on these maps as a lobby. The main reason why there's Set 1 and Set 2 again is because Set 1 has maps, Set 2 has maps. By default, Set 1 and Set 2 both have all maps from Set 1 and Set 2. They both have this one file, or two. Well, if you're on a Retail 360, it has one file that has all the maps, all the map images. The only thing that's different on RGH is it's done the proper way through like the MPCD stream, the MP or the PEGs files and stuff like that. So let's just say you're on RGH. Let's say you're on Set 1, but you want to play on Set 2 maps without replacing the Set 2 required files. You can actually just swap the lobby to that map. Each set has every CTS file, every map for both sets. The only reason there's a set 1 and set 2 is because set 1 and set 2 both have different multiplayer level files. That's so you can actually play the maps on like Gangster Brawl or a different game mode. Both set 1 and set 2, you can use either map on either set as a pre-game lobby. So if you don't want to use the maps as a match-based map, you can always set it as your pre-game lobby. Again, I will have offsets in the description below on how to do that. Later, we will have a proper tool so you can just hook into your console or hook into Xenia and just hot swap these maps as a lobby map on the fly, no problem. But yeah, let me just give another shout out to GODZHAND, Slimeball, Flippy, SR1 Reverse Engineering Team, SR1 Modding Community. If it wasn't for all these guides and these people, my motivation for this project would have died 4 months ago. This has been an ongoing effort day in and day out. It's still very early. It's still heavily unfinished. I've had to work. I've had to watch my kid. I've had other, like 17 other modding projects I'm doing. So it's kind of hard to toss this in a bunch and also work on it daily while trying to do my other projects. It's kind of a headache. It's a little bit stressful. Oh, before I stop talking here, let me actually throw up some more issues I forgot to touch down on. In these multiplayer maps, I gotta stop saying so much. Sorry guys, I don't write scripts. But in these multiplayer maps that have water or anything like that, only hosts can go in the water. If you're an off-host player and you go to the water, you have these issues that will arise. Water wasn't made on this game to properly sync across players, at least properly. It's kind of hard to explain. But pretty much when any players that's not host gets into the water, they'll get this spaz effect where they're floating up and down, or they'll walk under the water and they can eventually just get under the water and walk underneath and, you know, kill people from under the water. Or they'll be teleporting up and down from bottom of the map to top of the water to bottom of the map. So if you're an off-host player, just don't get in the water. If you're a host player, be nice. Don't get in the water to get away from players because, you know, they have problems. Another issue that does arise is most of these multiplayer maps that support the train system and actually have train stations. If you go up there, you'll see a train station trigger that spawns when the train stops. Don't use it. You can press Y or whatever to go into the menu. Just don't try to actually ride the train to another train station. You will crash. You may crash players in your game as well. In the future, I do have plans to figure out what controls this and to remove it. That way the train trigger doesn't spawn. I mean, technically, I guess I could just remove the train triggers from the actual files. But that's for a future date. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it's so long. And yeah, this is a work in progress. It is out for release. Suspect issues. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the gameplay.
Yeah, I'm always on the move. If you get in my way, you'll catch a 1 and 2. Got a clear view, penthouse vision mood. To the top, I'm gon' pop, you gon' see me soon. I got a vision of winning, living like I'm a millionaire. Got a vision, I'm willing to do anything to get there. Man, I'm driven and building something that people calling rare. Always prepared, I'll teach you when I get there. Taking lessons, it's a blessing. Only happy with progressing. I don't ever second guess it. Know your path, get obsessive. Have a mentor that's aggressive. Teach you things, have objectives. Changing lives from depressive all to something so impressive.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way.
Move, bitch, out my motherfucking way.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried
the zone, getting after it. It takes work, you don't need to be talented. That's for people who are lazy, want it fast and quick. I got goals, they never get old in my soul. I'm on a roll, I'm going all in, never fold. I'm in control, the driver's seat is made of gold. I'll teach you how to do it one day when my story's told.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out my way. Move, bitch, get out my way. Move, bitch, get out my way.
Move, bitch, out my motherfucking way.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out my way. Move, bitch, get out my way. Move, bitch, get out my way.
Move, bitch, out my motherfucking way. Till I collapse, I've been moving too fast. Got my foot up on the gas, full throttle till I crash. I'm back with a vengeance, you gon' see me end this. I will be ascending, I don't ever slack. I got my eyes on a prize, what I see for my life. I don't float, no I fly, do or die. Cause you gotta do or die, there ain't no compromise. Get ready for a fight.
Do you wanna see what you're made of? What if there was no one to save us? Would you leave it all on the pavement? Would you dye the ground with some stray blood? I just wanna find out my limits. I'ma put everything in it. I'm in this life to win it, and this is just the beginning.
Do you want it bad? Do you want it bad? Do you want it bad? I'll fight till I collapse. I'll fight till I collapse. I'll fight till I collapse. My energy is unmatched. I don't get tired, no I don't get gas. I'm back, still working to surpass. Everybody getting past, on my way up fast. No slap. So watch out for me now. Everybody in this town will be looking at my crown. I got my knuckles all wrapped, blood drips from the scabs, bloody fists from the jabs.
Do you wanna see what you're made of? What if there was no one to save us? Would you leave it all on the pavement? Would you dye the ground with some stray blood? I just wanna find out my limits. I'ma put everything in it. I'm in this life to win it, and this is just the beginning.
Do you want it bad? Do you want it bad? Do you want it bad? I'll fight till I collapse. I'll fight till I collapse. Growing up in Cali, yeah, you know I love the weather. Limelight hit 'em and you know I handle pressure. I do what I want, so I'm never saying never. I get what I want, so they call me go-getter. Yeah, I know he does it good, but you know I do it better. So misunderstood, if she wanted then I let her. Everybody knows if I want her then I get her. She gave me that look, yeah, she knows she thinks I'm clever. I don't think I do it good, no, I think I do it great. They would do it if they could, they can't do it so they hate. Everybody wanna look, but nobody wanna play. Stealing eyes like a crook while I put it on display. I don't do it by the book, no, I do my own thing. That's why every single hook got 'em singing like me. And I ain't in any rush, rush, cause I'm finally getting paid. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah.
We turn towards the flag. If we're in the military, we salute.
It can't be possible that I made a shit game, can it? No, it's the gamers. It's always the buyer's fault. It's not that I made a shitty game or that I helped to make a shitty game. It's the gamers that are wrong. It's these fedora-wearing neckbeards. Gosh darn them. Wow. Here we have Alex Rowland. If you look here on the top right, he says in his bio he's a systems designer for DS Volition, which is the people that made that brand new Saints Row game. And he made this lovely little tweet here on Twitter. He's like, the haters today! And you see the classic neckbeard archetype. He's wearing a fedora or a trilby, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And he's going, you know that writing is bad, right? And the gamers on the couch are playing Saints Row. Gameplay is so boring and repetitive. Quit having fun! And motherfucker. I was tempted to reply to him. I started writing a tweet. I was like, you want to come on stream and talk about things? But it's not even worth it. It's not even fucking worth it. These fucking people. I don't know why game devs fucking hate gamers. It doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. I do not fucking understand. You are making games. Why are you mad about the people that play them? It's like you're making a cartoon for children and you hate children. How does that make any sense? Why are you in this field? What are you doing? I don't understand. Why do you do this? Why do you do this to yourself? Is it self-harm? Is it a cry for help? I don't understand you. I really don't. I really fucking don't. Godspeed to you, dude. I don't think... Listen, you can go to this fucking profile. It's just...